Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you are a returning watcher or a subscriber, thank you so much for spending the block on me, coming back and spending time. If you are still trying to figure out if this vibe is for you, go ahead and subscribe anyway and just become a part of the family. Don't resist it. Just let it flow. Just let it flow, sis. If you are new to the channel and this is your first time watching, welcome. I'm so happy that you are here with me today. Today is going to be my first fragrance video and I can't believe it took me this long. This is literally my niche. This is my thing. I won't even call it my niche because I think a niche is something that you have kind of like learned about and done your research on and have perfected and become some kind of specialist or expert on. I just love fragrance, so I actually call it a passion. Okay, y'all, so let's just get on into it. Today we are going to be visiting a fragrance house that I have been hearing a lot about lately. The first time I heard about this fragrance house was from this guy on YouTube named The Perfume Guy. If you are into fragrances and you be researching the fragrances online, you probably know who he is because he does a little bit of everything. However, y'all know how I always talk about representation. So the first black girl I ever saw wearing this fragrance house was my girl Peyton Marie Charles. That is my sis. Yes, I'm a PayPal and proud. But anyway, yeah, so my sis, she was wearing this fragrance house and I was just like, oh, I thought that was just for white people. Like, I'm being serious, y'all. Literally, the fragrance house is an Italian person. You know, the house is an Italian house. However, I just never heard about it in our circles. And when the perfume guy would talk about it, he's not black either, and he would pronounce the names and talk about it in such a way that it just did not relate to me and I didn't identify with it. But when Peyton was wearing it, she was, you know, just telling us about it and how it smelled and she liked it so much. Now Peyton likes masculine leaning fragrances, so I didn't really get the ones that Peyton has because I don't like masculine leaning fragrances. I like to smell as girly as possible. So let's just go ahead and get into it, y'all. Okay, so the fragrance house we're talking about today is Tiziana Terenzi. It is an Italian fragrance house. I'm not sure how much you guys have heard about it. I'm trying to think of what I think the most popular scent from their house would be and something that you guys have probably most likely heard of if you're into fragrance. And that's probably going to be Rosso Pompeii. And that's crazy because that's actually the one that Peyton brought up when I learned about this house. And so, like I said, although I don't like fragrances that are masculine leaning, I decided to try it anyway because it was the first one that I had ever heard about that kind of made me interested in it. So this house only sells perfume extracts. So that is like the most concentrated, most expensive kind of perfume you can get. It's very strong. For real, they only want you to wear a few drops of it at a time. Like an extrait has like 20 or 40% of oil in it. So it's going to be very rich, very loud, heavily concentrated. You really should be only putting on a few drops of it. Now, my girl Peyton, she heavy on the perfume like I am. So she be like, sus, that's an extrait. You don't got to do that. You literally can put a few drops on and clear a room. Like, that's what they say. And so I would hope it's true because the amount that they charge for these fragrances, they better do something. If I'm on St. Louis Avenue, y'all better smell me in the county. If you from St. Louis, you know. So anyway, y'all, crazy enough, I was actually going to blind buy one of these at these expensive prices. I know, just by reading the notes. I think I ain't learned my lesson yet, y'all. I be reading the notes and stuff, and then I get a perfume, and I be like, this is not giving what it's supposed to give. So I said, okay, I'm going to look online and see if there's somewhere where I can get samples of these, because these fragrances can start anywhere from like $350 and go up beyond $500. So that'll be quite a blind buy, you know, if you don't have no idea what you getting into. So I've actually got 7 of them with me today. I was looking through the notes and looking at videos, and I revisited the Perfume Guy's channel and just kind of, you know, chose the ones that I thought sounded like they might be what I would like. So my fragrance preference is fruity. Now I'll take a fruity fresh, I'll take a fruity floral, I'll even take a fruity that's kind of gourmand or even a little woody, but the fruitiness gotta be there. And it can't be like it's there a little bit. It needs to be fruity. I like really juicy citrus, bright peach. I like, you know, I like to smell really girly. And so I got 7 of them again, like I said. I'm going to tell y'all the notes in each one of them and everything like that. But as I was talking about these extracts and how concentrated they are, I have decided to do something different instead of like spraying it on my skin or a piece of paper today, because we're going to need to kind of mask each fragrance behind the other one. My fear here is that we're going to spray one of these fragrances and it's going to take over the room, and then I'm no longer going to be able to differentiate if I'm actually smelling the fragrance that I'm saying I'm smelling or if I'm really smelling you know, a back lag of the other fragrance. So this is what we're going to do. I got some cotton pads and I cut them in half. So we're going to put the fragrance into a cotton pad, and after we smell it, we're going to put it into a sandwich bag and seal it. And I know y'all like, dang, these must be some strong, but they are. If a perfume is 40% oil, heavily concentrated, that ain't nothing, that ain't, I ain't never even seen these like on shelves in stores, but I also live in St. Louis and we don't really have a lot of like luxe places that we can go to get fragrances. Hence the reason why I had to get samples of these before I ended up buying. Okay, y'all, so I'm finna get everything on the table straightened out. I'm going in a certain order. I'm gonna tell y'all how we gonna do this. I will be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Okay, so I have the fragrances lined up in order. This is how we're going to do it. I'm going to show you a fragrance, and I'm going to tell you about the fragrance and the notes in the fragrance, and then I'm going to put the fragrance into a cotton pad. I'm going to smell it, and then I'm going to give you guys my first impression. I want you guys to keep in mind that when you watch fragrance videos like this, where someone is reviewing a fragrance for the first time and they have never worn the fragrance, take the review with a grain of salt, because all they can tell you is about the initial opening. If you know anything about perfume, if you have any kind of knowledge about how perfumes work, most perfumes have top notes, heart notes, which are the middle notes, and base notes. So when you first spray the perfume, you're getting the opening. You're getting what notes are on top. So when you're first smelling it, you don't know how it's going to wear on you. You don't know how that scent is going to dry down. It might dry down to something you don't like. So that's how I've been burned a lot of times with blind buys. I'm at the counter in Sephora and I spray it on and I just fall in love and I spent $200. Then I get home and I'm feeling sick to the stomach and I'm wondering why. Like, what is that stinking? It's making my head hurt. It's the perfume I just bought. So be careful. Take it with a grain of salt. If you ever have the choice, get a sample. Wear it. See what the wearability is like. And me personally, I get like dopamine when I smell a perfume that smells good. So it's really hard for me to walk away from it and just take the sample. I act like it's gonna go somewhere, or like it's a limited edition. Like my brain and my heart get the beating like, y'all. It's an out of body experience when I find a scent, because a scent gotta call my name. I'm not the kind of person that's just gonna go out and buy Cloud because everybody says Cloud smells like Baccarat. And I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. I don't like Baccarat. So, and take that with, you know, take that as you will. You know, if that informs whether you can trust my opinion on perfume, that's cool too. But nah, never seen the hype. So with that being said, a perfume has to be like, Naya, over here, come here, Naya. Like, I'm talking about, it literally gotta look me in my eyes, look down, look again, make contact. Like, the perfume gotta be like, yeah, on that kind of energy. You know, the perfume got to be trying to be my little yeah for me to take it home with me. I don't play no games when it comes to that. So we gonna smell these. I'm gonna put them in the cotton, you know, in the bag, and I'm gonna seal it. I'm gonna try my best to seal the fragrance away so that we can get a new start with each new scent. I'm gonna tell y'all what they said is in it. I'm gonna tell y'all what it smelled like to me. Now for me, the way I try to make perfume scents relatable to the person I'm telling, I try to think about something in real life that it smell like. So if I can pull anything like that for any of these fragrances, that's what we gonna do. So let's get started. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Okay, let's get started. So this is how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna pick up a fragrance. I'm gonna tell you what it's called, and I don't want to promise that I'm gonna put something on the screen. I think I am, because I'm going to take my time and edit this good. So I'm going to put the name of it on the screen the way it's spelled, because we got to keep in mind this is an Italian line. I did look up the fragrance names to try to pronounce them as best as I can, you know, as close to as possible to the way you would pronounce it in the language. However, I also am American, so it's normal for me to pronounce things, you know, phonetically. So how they look, how they would be pronounced in English. So like the very first fragrance we're gonna smell is called Kirke. So the average person would call that Kirk. However, when I looked on the website, the average person, the American person, the person who speaks English, would probably think that's Kirk. But when I looked it up, they pronounced it Kirke. So Kirke, Kirke. That's how you say it. So with that being said, let's get into Kirk. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. Let's get into Kirke. Okay, so Kirke has notes. The top notes, it says, are passion fruit, peach. I'm reading it, y'all, because it's too many for me to remember it. So it's passion fruit, peach, raspberry, cassis, pear, and sand. The middle is going to be lily of the valley. And then the base note is going to be heliotrope, sandalwood, vanilla, patchouli, and musk. So that's another thing about perfume extracts. They typically have a lot of heart notes. They have a lot, I mean, one of those areas is going to be like condensed with ingredients. So for this one, it looks like it's more heavy on the top notes. So the base note is only one note. it's a lot going on. I guess, you know, you get all that in there because you're paying so much money. And then the ingredients for its traits are supposed to be like a lot of natural ingredients. It's supposed to be like an experience. So I hope this is an experience for us. So for Cure K, I'm going to go ahead and put some on the thing, on the cotton pad. Y'all, I'm already smelling smells because I think this stuff is just so strong. I can't tell what I'm smelling, but I'm definitely already smelling something. So let's get this open. Hopefully it doesn't spill. See, I got these samples from Scent Split. I'm gonna put that in my I'm gonna put that on here too so y'all can know where to go and get it from. I think each sample was like $5 or something like that. So the Scent Split comes with a little stick in there, which I can appreciate because I'm gonna just wipe that on the cotton pad. That way I don't have to spray anything that's gonna go over the whole room. So I think I paid $5.99 for each one of these samples. Okay, y'all, so this is Cure K. Now, I'm smelling Cure K first because it was one of the ones I was going to blind buy. So let's see if I would have made a good choice or a bad choice. First smell. And y'all know what be so crazy about this? You'll read notes and it'll say like passion fruit, peach, raspberry, pear. You thinking you finna get hit with this big old fruity. But once that like blends in with the others, like you got sand in here, sandalwood, patchouli, you don't get that real fruity juicy that I was looking for. So this does not stink. Let's start there. It actually does smell really good. And it is really strong. It smells a bit mature. I think it smells really good, and I can tell just from me wiping that stick on this cotton pad that they are true, you know, they are right when they say a few drops, because I was like, a few drops, come on now, y'all pushing it. Ain't nobody putting a few drops of perfume on, you know, but I'm smelling this and it's very strong, but it smells good. I don't smell much fruit here. I also noticed when I was researching Tiziana Terenzi's house that passion fruit is like a note that's almost in almost every one of. It smells really good. It smells like the person who is wearing this is rich. It smells really, 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 really pleasant. I say it's unisex. I think a woman or a man could wear this. It's like I'm smelling so many different things. This is good. I would get Cure K. I don't think that would have been a mistake. That's really good. It smells really expensive. It smells clean a little. I can smell the fruit, but it's not like a slushy fruit. It's like a boozy fruit. Like, you know how you can smell a fruit in like an alcohol drink maybe? It's not vibrant and bright. It's kind of syrupy. But it smells really good. So for Cure K, I think I would give that like an 8 out of 10. I would have got that. Okay, y'all. So the next one we're going to smell is Halle. This one is the other one that I was thinking about blind buying. So let's look and see what kind of notes Halle has in it. Halle has top notes of passion fruit, cassis, rose, and lemon. Middle notes are peach, raspberry, floral notes, green notes, and cinnamon. Interesting. Base notes are musk, vanilla, woody notes, and amber. So I'm just going to do the same thing with this one. I'm just going to pull this stick out and wipe it on our cotton pad. And I'm sorry if this perfume review is not all deep and sophisticated or philosophical. I'm just a normal everyday girl. I'm just smelling the perfume and telling you what it's giving me. I'm not going to be able to tell you where these ingredients were flown in from and if this grows on a tree or in the ground. I'm not, this not that. I'm just going to tell y'all how it smells to me. So first smell of Halle. This smells like somebody you want to hug and hold on too long. It smells so good. One thing I'm going to say about both of these are the one that you're going to have on and somebody going to say, who is that? Somebody in here smell good. Who is it? Who got on? Come on, y'all know who I'm asking. Which one of y'all got that? That's what you're going to get from both of these. Like, and it ain't nothing I ever smelled before. Y'all, I'm trying to pull something out the air and tell y'all this kind of smell like this, but the only thing I can tell y'all about this smell like. So me personally, Halle is considered a unisex scent, but I don't think it's a feminine scent. I think it's more masculine, my opinion. A woman could wear it, a certain type of woman. Anybody can wear it who want to wear it. But when I'm telling y'all like how the scent profile comes across to me, like you know how you smell something and you get a vision in your head of what, you know, that's kind of what I'm telling y'all. This smell like a man that you hugging and you like, don't stop hugging me, keep hugging me, because you smelling it, you know, because this smells fire. And I'm lying if I say I wouldn't wear it. See, that's what's so funny, y'all. Over these last couple of months, I would say even the last year, my scent profile has changed dramatically, y'all. I have always been a really juicy, fruity, girly, sweet. Y'all, I got new vanillas, and I ain't never liked vanilla. Baby, my 30s is changing the game. I ain't never been into vanilla, baby. Now I love me a cake batter, vanilla, marshmallow. Ooh, I just love a sweet gourmand, y'all. I don't know what's happening, but things are changing. I like this. The only thing is, for me, it's leaning more masculine, but I would actually wear this. But if somebody said I could have Haley or Kirke, dang, and it's drying down, y'all, so y'all know how the notes go through each other. Another thing about perfume, when you spray perfume on your skin, I know it's tempting to do, and I know we've done it our whole lives and have been taught that. Do not rub it together. You are making a concoction of those notes. Those notes are separated. When you spray it on, you're getting the top note. You're going to let it dry down to the middle note, which is the heart, and at the end you're going to get the base. If you rub that, it's like putting toppings on the pizza and then rubbing it. That pizza ain't no longer got sauce, cheese, meat. No longer got sauce, meat, cheese. Now it's just cheese at the bottom, sauce at the top, meat up. You don't mix it. So spread liberally and allow it to do its thing. Don't dab it on your wrist. No, because it looks cute, it looks feminine, it looks prim. Don't get me wrong, but that's not right. Especially if you want to really get what the perfume has to offer. I actually can't choose. I think these smell so good. I'm almost gonna say this a 9 out of 10, y'all. Let me run back to Kirke real quick. I might mess around and get Kirke. It's drying down more fruity, whereas Haley's, I can't choose. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wear these, and when I wear these, I'm gonna come back and tell y'all, because I'm discombobulated, y'all. When I tell y'all both of them smell good, I'm giving them a 9. And when I smell that Kirke again, it's getting sweeter as it's drying. Y'all, we only 2 cents in. I'm already trying to buy. All right, y'all, let me move on to the next one. Okay, y'all, scent number 3 is called Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia has top notes of passion fruit, cassis, lemon, and fern. So if you notice, so far each one of these fragrances have had all 3 of those: passion fruit, cassis, and lemon. Kirke did not have lemon, but they've all 3 had passion fruit and cassis so far, but 2 of them had passion fruit, cassis, and lemon. So it looks like they got their own kind of like niche smell. It looks like they have a lot of common ingredients in all the fragrances. This also has fern. Middle notes are tea rose, carnation, lily of the valley. Base notes are musk, tonka bean, and sandalwood. Again, this is Cassiopeia. Let me wipe it on the cotton pad. I think this was a good idea with the cotton pad and putting them in a sandwich bag, because right now I don't smell anything, and that's what I was trying to do, so I could kind of like clear my nostrils. I know people say use coffee beans. That's never really worked for me. Okay, first smell. Yeah, I'm over here making sex sounds. I'm so sorry. Oh, y'all, this smells so good. Y'all, I'm tempted to take this cotton pad and put it on my wrist. It's just like so elaborate. It's like, it's so much happening. It's like I cannot, and that's why these things don't smell like nobody else. That's why when people wear Tiziana Terenzi, nobody else in the room smell like this. That's why the person is like, who is that? Because it's not no confusion. It's only one of y'all in here that's bringing that kind of energy, and I need to know who it is. I mean, this is y'all, this smells so good. I can't wait till next week. I'm gonna wear one of these every day. So it's like fruity, and this one is smelling. It's crazy because them other ones had all the fruits, and this one's actually smelling really fruity. It's fresh. It almost smells like a little bit like a bit of fruit punch. Ooh, it's very syrupy. I can smell the passion fruit in this one. I think it's that tea rose that's making the biggest difference in this. I noticed I got another perfume with tea rose in it that I lean towards. I love it. I can't rank these. They all They all high. It's too high to rank. Y'all, when I tell y'all it's too high to rank. And I'm an around the way girl. Like I told y'all, I'm not a perfumologist. I have not studied fragrance. I just know a lot because I love fragrance. A lot of people know a lot about something that they love. It's like I'm passionate about fragrances. I love, like, you know what, it's not so much about the compliments, although we all like to be told we smell good. I just like the essence of being a woman. Like, I thoroughly enjoy being a woman. Everything that is like specific to a woman, I thoroughly enjoy wearing pretty colors. Like for this video, y'all, I chose this shirt out on purpose. Look how pretty this shade of blue is. It's just so girly, and I just love makeup, and I just love like walking around with this fragrance on me, and it makes me feel confident. And when I smell fragrance, it helps to change my mood. I have perfumes that are lifting my mood. I have perfumes that make me feel more romantic when I'm trying to get in the mood with my husband. Like, perfume is so powerful. To me, perfume is like music. It can evoke an emotion. A certain smell can take me back to a moment. If you hear a certain song, you all of a sudden, you 35 years old and you back in the high school gym room when y'all had a school dance. It takes you places. It travels. It's like a time travel. Y'all, I love perfume. When I tell y'all, I really love perfume. It's just like, it does so much for me. When I'm having a sad day, I got specific perfumes that I wear when I need to be uplifted. When I'm trying to feel grounded and I'm nervous about something, I have perfumes that make me feel confident. Like, it's just, it's really elaborate. People who love perfume, it's not just about for other people to say you smell good. That's not, at least not for me. It's way deeper than that. It's way more intricate and way more intimate than it is for me. So anyway, y'all, I was supposed to give 3 minutes for each fragrance. We had 4 minutes for Cassiopeia. But at the end of the day, right now, we at 3 for 3. I will take any of those. You can blindly give me one. I'll take it. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, y'all. The next one is called Draco, but I'm going to call it Draco. D-R-A-C-O, because I just think that's like boss. Somebody be like, what's that perfume? Draco. This Draco. It just sound like shoot 'em up. Who shot you? It just sound real, you know. This Draco. So the top notes are bergamot, lemon, green notes, and orange. Middle note, peach, magnolia, jasmine, cedar, and patchouli. Base note, musk, pear, vanilla, tonka bean, heliotrope. That is one hell of a concoction. So let's see what we got going with this one. I'm just dabbing a little bit out, y'all. And that's how I'm going to use these samples. I'm just going to dab a little bit, because these samples, they don't want you to use them generously. You literally don't need a lot. Okay, first smell of Draco. We're going to call it Draco. This is my favorite opening. This is really like, it smells a little sophisticated. It smells like classy, soft. It smells feminine. This smells like a real good smelling woman. See, the thing about Tiziana Terenzi fragrances, you cannot buy a smaller amount. Like, you can't buy a 1 ounce bottle. You know how a regular fragrance has, like, you can get a travel size, you can get a 1 ounce, you can get a 1.7 ounce, you can get a 3.4. This is take it or leave it. I want to say these come in 2.5 ounces. Let me double check. Yeah, this is good. And I'm so sorry, y'all, that I'm not giving y'all more, and that I'm not able to like put these in order, and that I'm not able to rank them, because I just can't. They smell so good. They all smell amazing. I'm blown away right now. Like, I really was thinking I was gonna be like, this one is overhyped and this one is, nah. This one, to me, out of the ones we smell so far, we've smelled Kirke, Halle, Cassiopeia, and the Cassiopeia, and this one is Draco. This is the most feminine one so far. I'm not going to say it's the best smelling, because I can't say it smells better than the other ones, but it does smell more feminine. I probably would choose this one though, because it gives me more girl than any of the other ones. It smells good. So yeah, I'm gonna look and see what the sizes are, just so I can kind of give y'all that information. Be right back. Alright, y'all, so it looks like the size of the bottles are 3.4 ounce. I was just doing a little bit of research online at one of these websites that I use, and I'm not a gatekeeper. I don't want y'all to think I'm gatekeeping this website, but I'm going to get my fragrance before I tell y'all. Trust me, there's going to be a lot of content on the channel fragrance wise, but I'm looking on this website right now, and I see Kirke for $100. Enough said. I also see another one on here, because the thing about Tiziana Terenzi, there are so many fragrances and they have so many different so the house has so many different fragrances up under it. Like they have all these different releases. That's like this is this release, and it includes all of these kinds. This is the aquatic release, and it includes all these. They have all these different ones up under. So there are so many fragrances. Some of these fragrances came out 10 years ago, so you can find some of them decently priced, but the normal price point for these, $350, is about the low end. That's when they release it, when it's new. I've seen the most expensive one I've seen was probably like $425, but I saw somebody else do a review where they got one that was $500 and they got it when it first came out. So just take that with a grain of salt, but do your research, because I'm looking online right now and I see Kirke for $101 and I'm tempted, because what's going to happen at the end of this video is I'm going to get one of these, because now at this point one of these got to come home with me. What did Denzel say? I'm leaving here with something. Yeah, one of these is coming with me. We're going to decide which one it's going to be. I don't know how I'm going to figure it out, y'all, because you also got to keep in mind, when it comes to fragrance, how it smells on paper, how it smells on cotton is not the same as a skin scent. Put that on your skin and let it like roll with your pheromones and your chemistry, your chemical makeup, what you bathe with. What do you normally moisturize with? Put that on with the scent, because that's going to drive what you're going to get out of the scent. So this is what I plan to do. I got 7 fragrances. So I'm going to wear one of these fragrances. I'm going to skip a day, because this is an Estrate. Estrates will stay on your skin, on your clothes for days. They will stay on you after you get out the shower. They're that powerful. So I'm going to give a day in between, and I'm going to just wear each one of these, and I'm going to decide which one of these I'm going to get. Right now I'm looking at Kirke, and I kind of want to just go ahead and pull the trigger, because it's only $100, and I would spend that on, a regular old, any old fragrance. The reason why I'm doing this big long review is because I wanted to make sure I get the bang for my buck. But $100, you ain't asking for too much. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and smell all of these, and I'm going to go ahead and wear each one of them before I decide. But I'm just letting y'all know, looks like you can find them pretty good on sale. My battery about to die, so let's switch it out. Okay, y'all, we're back. Okay, so we'll move on to our next fragrance. That is going to be Tabit. So it's spelled T-A-B-I-T. And let's look up the notes for Tabit. Tabit has top notes of bergamot, green notes, heart notes of coconut, peach, warm sand, floral notes. Base notes are vanilla, musk, candy, woody notes, and amber. I've never seen a fragrance say candy as a note. Interesting. Y'all, your girl finna have a perfume Estrate. I don't have any Estrate. I don't own any Estrate. So this is going to be my first one. That's why I made such a big deal out of it. I was like, yeah, I'm finna show my people this. Okay, y'all. First smell. Y'all know what? I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of them smell alike. It's very familiar across. And I was reading on Fragrantica. If you don't use Fragrantica and you're new into fragrances, use Fragrantica. However, Fragrantica is good because it's kind of like a big old house conglomerate place where you can find information about all kind of scents. So you can find information about Tiziana Terenzi, and you can also find what people think about a body spray. It's such a wide, huge, resource. However, it is opinion, so there's people on there telling you what they think, and a lot of times Fragrantica has the notes wrong. So once you go on there, take the information, cool, but if you find a perfume while you're on there, go to the site where the perfume is sold or where it's made, if they have their own site, and look there. Yeah, this smells really familiar. It smells like the other ones, but a little bit, something is in there that I don't really care for. It still smells good, but there's something there. And I don't smell the candy, and that might be because it's a base note. So that's the thing I was telling y'all about. The base note has candy in it, so it hasn't dried down yet, so that's probably why I can't smell the candy yet. This is just my initial. So for this one, I would probably give this one like a 7. The top notes are just bergamot and green, so it's not giving me a lot, but still very familiar. There is definitely a familiarity with the Tiziana perfumes. They all have something in them that makes them similar. Kind of like I can tell this is a Tiziana Terenzi fragrance because something about it is uniform with the other ones. So yeah, that was Tabit. That was my least favorite so far. Let's go to the next one. Okay, y'all. The next one is going to be Andromeda. Andromeda has top notes of ylang ylang, so that's the first time we've heard that note. Water jasmine, bergamot, and grass. The middle notes are peach, pear blossom, lily, and white heliotrope. Now, we've heard heliotrope in the other ones, but not white heliotrope. Violet leaf and damask rose. Those are both new notes. The base is cashmere wood, ebony, amber, coconut, tonka bean, vanilla, and sugar. I'm interested in this one. Y'all know I've been getting into my vanilla kick. I think it's just me maturing. And my fragrance, my scent profile is kind of maturing. I don't want to really smell like, I don't want to smell immature. I like to smell fruity and girly, but I don't like to smell childish, if that makes sense. First smell. Still has the familiar, across all of these, there's still a familiarity there. Y'all, it's so complex. The scents are so complex. There is like so much going on. It smells amazing. They all smell so good. Once I get a hold of how they smell on my skin, and make sure I like don't get a headache from it or start feeling nauseous, you know, I'm gonna it seems like right now it's gonna be hard for me to choose. If I had to choose right now before I could wear it on my skin, I'd probably go with whichever one was more affordable, because none of these are losing. Even the one I like least, the Tabit, something in it was a little chemically. It's something in it smelled like a little, like a chemical, but it still smelled really good. This one is like fresh too. This is Andromeda. I think most of these fragrances are considered unisex. Yeah, it's good. It smells a little bit familiar though. It smells like a male cologne that I have smelled before, mixed with something else. So it smells good, but to me it's really leaning more masculine. I don't get any femininity out of it, but it does smell good still. It smells really good. I think I'm going to get one for me and one for my husband, because if I'm able to find them for $100, I could either be selfish and get myself 2 or 3, because I was about to pay $350 for one of them. So I really could get, if I could find them all for $100, I really could get myself 3 of them. But I'm not gonna be selfish. I'm gonna get my husband one. Pat self on back. All right, y'all. Let me get the next one. Okay, y'all. So the last one, drum roll, is gonna be the one that I heard Peyton talking about. So this one is called Rosso Pompeii. And when I first heard Peyton talking about this, when she was saying it, she was like, "This is by Tiziana Terenzi," and I was like, I ain't never heard of that. Then I had to look back. The perfume guy, I did hear of this house, but I kind of let it go over my head because I've never seen, like I said, I've never seen me represented in that. I just felt like that was another thing that wasn't for me. One thing about the perfume guy, he does, to me, he really rates like really high fragrance niche stuff. He don't really, you ain't gonna really hear him talking about like no Libre, or, you know, he's not gonna talk about the stuff that's in Dillard's. He talks about the stuff that you probably have to go to Frontenac or, you know, Nordstrom or something to find. He talks about really expensive stuff. So sometimes it just goes over my head. I just can't relate. So I was so happy to see Peyton talk about it, because it made me be like, oh, okay, so black girls are wearing it, you know. So this is the one Peyton has. Let me tell y'all what's in it. Rosso Pompeii has top notes of Sicilian and pink grapefruit, Sorrento lemon, Amalfi grape. I think all of those are new. Middle notes are ambergris, tuberose, magnolia, lily of the valley, and royal jasmine. Base notes are sandalwood, red patchouli, cedar of Lebanon, and Neapolitan maple. Stuff I ain't never heard of. I thank God I can read. Ooh, this one is fizzy. It's kind of like a carbonation, like it kind of gives soda a little bit. Yeah, it's like a bossy scent. I think it's more masculine because it really has something in there really strongly masculine. Yeah, it's a note in there that's like man. It just screams man. It smells good. It's definitely giving Peyton, because I ain't never liked nothing Peyton has suggested. And not that she don't have good taste, because I've bought some of the things Peyton suggested for my husband, because Peyton likes masculine leaning scents. Nothing wrong with that. That's just not my preference, you know. But yeah, this smells really good. This is probably, crazy enough, the Rosso Pompeii is probably one I would not want, because it is not unisex to me. It's only masculine. And if I smell this on a woman, I'm probably like, oh, you smell good, sis. But I still think it smells masculine. Yeah. But it's kind of fizzy. Like, it's kind of giving me like... I'm confused. Ooh, that's good. This might be the one I give my husband. Okay, y'all, so I'm going to go back through these. I'm going to do my research on these, and when I decide to buy one of these, I'm going to come back and tell you guys which one I bought, and I'm going to get one for my husband as well. I'm going to come back and let y'all know, though. So right now, we have smelled Kirke, we have smelled Halle, we have smelled Cassiopeia, Draco, sorry y'all, my eyelashes like keep on catching, Tabit, Andromeda, and Rosso Pompeii. I'm going to put down in the description these names because I want y'all to be able to find them. Also going to have Tiziana Terenzi in the title, so you guys know how to spell it. But yeah, I say this house, I would give this house like maybe a 9 so far what I'm smelling just on the cotton. What I'm hoping is that I don't put these on me and get a headache, because they are really strong. I got to make sure I don't put them on liberally. I'm just going to take this little stick, I'm going to put it on the back of my neck, and I'm going to put it on my wrist, and I'm going to put it in this part. That's where I like to put stuff when I want to smell it, because I'm just moving about the kitchen, reaching to the cabinet, I'm cooking, I'm taking notes, I'm handing somebody. It introduces me to the fragrance over and over again. So that's how I wear a fragrance when I'm not sure about it. Once I'm sure about a fragrance, it's definitely going in my bosom, because I'm breasty and that area is always warm and moist, so it always projects my fragrance really good to my nose. I like to smell myself too, don't get me wrong. I love the compliments, I love to be told I smell good, but this for me too, boo. So I'm gonna run through these for y'all. I'm gonna wear them throughout the week. I'm probably gonna get this about 2 weeks. I'm gonna sit with it before I decide which ones I'm gonna buy, but I'm definitely gonna come back and I'm definitely gonna recommend them to you. Please do your research, y'all, and I am gonna share with you guys the website that I use when I want to get like discounted fragrances, because there are a lot of discount websites, but y'all gotta know that some of that stuff is not authentic. This place I use is authentic. It's authentic, so I'm going to share it with y'all. But yeah, y'all, this is pretty much the end of it. I was just smelling these with y'all because I wanted to have like an experience for the first time I had in this straight perfume. I'm going to come back and let y'all know which one I decide. I'm also going to come back and let y'all know if any of these miss on the skin. I'm going to let y'all know, like, y'all, when I wore it, because y'all know one thing we're going to do over here is keep it all the way real. That's yeah, I'm going to keep it real. And I want to let y'all know that this video is sponsored. I forgot to mention that this video is sponsored by We Just Manifesting. This ain't sponsored. Your girl spent her own coin, came out of my own pocket. It ain't sponsored. But one of these days, y'all gonna look on one of my videos and it's gonna be sponsored, because we're speaking at things. The Bible tells us to call those things which be not as though they were. So that's how we speak things. That's how we speak things into existence, because the power of the tongue, life and death, I'm telling you, it's in the power of the tongue. So I'm just decreeing, because we have the permission to decree. We have God's permission to say things and that they become something. So I'm decreeing that we're going to have some sponsored content in this year, y'all. It's going to be this year, 2023. We're going to take off. We're just getting started, but we got somewhere we're going. See y'all next time. Yeah. Yeah.